Leslie from Thomas Jefferson. No, Thomas. Wait, what?
Yes, look. What they say? It say Thomas Jefferson JROTC.
That's something you proud of? How you get that? What is that?
You can kiss my grits, Brandon.
What is that? I want to know what that is.
It's a Mustang.
What
That's
was
how
the
much.
trophy for?
JROTC. I just got it for being a part of it.
You went to Jeff all 4 years.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna get past that. We're gonna get past that. Well, what's up, man? It's your boy. Be the Big B living. You know what I'm saying? I got a very very special guest today. Emphasis on special. Um, Emphasis on special. Childhood friend. We grew up together. We locked. You know what I'm saying? We like this. We here. We here. You know what I'm saying? My girl Leslie. She in the house. You know what I'm saying? She. Hold on. So what's up? Talk to me. What's up? What you doing? How you feeling? What's up?
I'm feeling spectacular.
We
Extravagant.
was talking about this little letter you got in the background. You know what I'm saying? You advertising these letters. You know what I'm saying? Letters by Les. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? What's that about? What's that about?
Yeah. So if you want a letter, get at me.
Wait. Why would I want this letter though?
Because it's made by me.
What's so special about that? Because when we was talking earlier, you know what I'm saying.
It's made by somebody that you just said was special. So like if you want a special letter and you need it to have a special touch, then you need to get it from me.
And you put them on your wall.
I mean, you could put it wherever you would like, but I suggest you put it on your wall because it looks better.
Okay, wait. Is it sticky or like you like nailed that shit in?
Yeah. So I didn't really know how to hang it, but if you have a better idea, I just put a thumbtack and I kind of hung it. So and I'm just really careful because if I yeah.
Okay, fuck that. Okay, so if you haven't noticed by now, obviously the fifth episode, we talking about life after high school, right? Life after high school. Before I even get into my subtopics and the shit that I really want to talk about, just overall in the gist, what has high school like? What has life after high school been for you? What has that been like?
A roller coaster, honestly. Like trying to master being an adult and doing things on my own
hmm
has been challenging at times. Yeah.
I feel like I ain't gonna lie. When we graduated high school, okay, so obviously, I went to Sam. You know what I'm saying? You know how we get down. Whatever, right? So like, when I graduated high school, like, I ain't gonna lie. Okay, so graduation day, the day we graduated, like when we was all like, I seen the people on the stage, like we was in the crowd, like we was just chilling, we seen all our families and shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like me and the bros, like everybody, like we was really ready to get out of that whole fam. I ain't gonna lie to you, like I was so fucking ready for high school to just be done. Like that shit was dead for me. 4 years later, I look back now, and that shit is like, damn, bro. Like I feel like there's a lot that happened in high school that I probably took for granted. There's a lot in high school that I probably should have appreciated just a little more while I was in the moment. um, High school, like being an adult is a bitch. Like
It is.
it I ain't gonna lie. Like once we graduated, It's like, okay, so like, okay, fuck it. We're gonna get into the first one. We're gonna get into the first subtopic, right? Friendships, right? We talked about friendships, right? I asked you earlier, but I need you to repeat this shit because like this shit really like mind boggling to me. But all of your friends that you had in high school, y'all are all still close now. Is what you saying?
I'm gonna say yes, but I feel like it doesn't really. Now that I think about it, it don't really count. I mean,
What
it
you
count, but
what you
don't.
mean it don't count?
So like all the friends I had in high school were the same friends I had in middle school, even though we didn't go to the same high school. So do
Wait,
with
so
that
you
what you.
okay? So when you went to Jeff, I still
Hmm.
can't believe I'm saying that shit. But since you went to Jeff, you didn't make no new friends there, like in high school. 4 years of high school, and you didn't meet nobody new there.
Yeah, I met new people, but like we wasn't really like close. I wouldn't say. I wouldn't say that we was like friends.
Because
I would I would
okay,
just say
so
like we.
no, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
I would just say like we hung out and like did stuff within school, but outside of school we didn't see each other like at all, and we didn't communicate outside of school. It was just like when I got to school, I had like and we had class together. Then we would talk. Other than that, I wouldn't really talk to them.
So literally, all of your friends now, currently, however many that is, are all from
Hmm.
middle school.
Yep.
Close friends at least. Close friends at least.
In my opinion, yep.
I thought I was antisocial. I thought I ain't really fuck with too many people, but no, that shit is wild. That shit is wild because like, okay, because I ain't gonna lie, high school like friendships for me after we graduated, like that shit was different. I had a totally different experience with it. Like me personally, like there was people like there was friendships that I had dating back even before high school, like middle school, dating before even middle school, like elementary, like there was friends, there were people that I never ever thought that I was split apart from. Like there was nothing. Like we was locked in for life. Like that's what I was thinking going towards graduation. And then once we graduated, fam, like that shit was rap,
You haven't heard from them.
bro. Like everybody, like it's like everybody got their own life now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody took their own path. Like everybody doing their own thing. Like I was just talking to Lackey, one of my closest friends. I was just talking to her the other day because I had been kind of scrambling, man, trying to like, because I had an idea of like people I wanted for the podcast, like for this specific episode.
Hmm.
Like everybody's schedules like colliding and shit, like just a whole bunch of shit, like. And she texted me back and she was like, "Life after high school, like that's what it is." You know what I'm saying? And it just really just hit me like, damn, like that's really how that shit is, bro. Like we went from seeing each other every day, like talking every day, like on a daily basis, like doing all kind of shit, sports, all kind of shit together, like hitting up each other like after class, like out of school, like all kind of shit. And then once we graduated, it's like I ain't gonna lie. Okay, freshman year, it was still kind of like manageable. Like we was still like keeping in contact with each other. Like, and I won't even go as far as to say like the whole freshman year. Probably like that first semester. Like we was good. Like shit was great. We was still like linking, keeping in contact. After that first semester, that shit was not. That shit was not the same no more.
I would say it was kind of like we had our moment. We mainly like would talk the most when we would be back home. Like when everybody's back home for like winter break.
That's the other thing because like I don't know if it's just me. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm tweaking. Winter breaks, spring breaks, and summer break don't hit the same no more, bro. Like when we was in high school, when we was in elementary, like the winter breaks, like the summer breaks, like all of that shit was something to look forward to, like for some reason. And then plus we knew like when we got back, like we was finally finna see everybody again. Like, you know, everybody had they fresh fits, everything. You know how that shit go. Now it's like, okay, okay, maybe hit the same but for different reasons. Because like I ain't gonna lie, winter break especially after the first semester, fuck summer break. Winter break after we done with the first semester, like a nigga be needing that shit, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, cause this college shit, look here, this college shit is no fucking joke. Like I tell my people all the time, like we had a teacher named Prado back in high school, and I remember I used to complain like so much about her work. Like I'm thinking like, bro, like for real, like are you fucking serious? But after all the shit that I done been through with college, bro, I would do anything to have Prado work back, bro. Cause this shit here is different. This shit is not. No,
Why you say that? Like her work was, she would give you a lot.
no, like okay, I thought that at the time. Yeah, I did. I'm thinking at the time, like, bro, Prado, for real, like this shit, like this, it was a lot, but it wasn't really shit for real. Like it wasn't so much that the content was like hard to learn or like whatever that. It was just a lot, and plus we was in
Mhm.
AP classes, so it was like we got more than people who weren't in AP classes. But even with that shit, even the AP classes and how much work we got then, I would take that shit any fucking day over now. Like that shit is not. I see why they say college is not meant for everybody because look here, look here. College is it's a different animal. Like you meet new people. Like okay, you know what? Fuck it. Let's talk about college, right? So you went to
Well, yeah, my route was different. Um, Out of high school, I went to community college,
what was that like?
and it's totally different. Like, cause mostly everybody I knew they went away to like a 4 year.
Mm-hmm.
So my experience was very different. Community college is more like I would say laxed compared to a university.
Mm-hmm.
And I only say that because like your classes remind you of like high school. You have maybe like 20 or 30 people in your class, and then it's easy for you to have like a relationship with your professor because it's not really that many kids in your class. If
Yeah.
I'm gonna say kids, adults in your class. And so it's easier to ask questions. They respond faster to like your emails if you have issues with your work. And I just think like it's, I don't want to say harder to fail, but harder to fail.
Yeah, that's one thing I hated. Like, okay, so when I first got to UNT, like I knew, okay, obviously UNT is a big school. I want to say now I want to say there's like 40,000 people now at UNT total. I want to say, I could be wrong, but I want to say, my freshman class alone, like when I first came in, we had like I want to say 10, 11,000 maybe. That was just the freshman class alone. So like whenever I got my classes, it was like I had okay, so I was full time my freshman year, so I had 5 classes, right? So I want to say there was probably like two of them where I had like you said, like it was a normal like maybe 30 people, maybe,
Yeah.
but there were two more where I had 120, 150. I want to say per class, and then my last class, which was the one this big ass auditorium, bro, it was damn near like 500 people. Like it's a lot harder to have a or build a connection with your
With your
professor.
professor.
You know what I'm saying? When it's fucking 500 people that they gotta be worried about, and they got all these fucking TAs and assistants and all kind of tutors, and I mean it's cool. You know what I'm saying? You essentially they give you the help that you need. You know, but as far as like that one-on-one interaction, like with your professor, like it's
You
so
don't get
much harder. Even when they give the office hours, especially at North Texas, like even when they give the office hours for you to be able to go and meet with them, talk to them about grades or assignments, whatever the case may be, like it's still because there's so many people. Like there's also 100, 200 other people trying to get in contact with them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's so much different. It's just so it's difficult. It's fucking difficult.
yeah. And how was like your your tutoring? Like
Okay,
how was
so
that set up?
okay, so when I was when I was at UNT, because this semester I haven't done no tutoring this semester. But when I was at UNT, we had like a I guess we went to the library and it really wasn't nothing big for real. You know what I'm saying? They just I had to like we had to go on online the website whatever, put in the shit and like request a tutor. You know how that shit go, like shit like that. And then whatever days we had to meet, I would go meet with him or her in the library depending on what it was because I went back and forth between tutors depending on the classes. So I
Mhm.
would go meet with them in the library. I want to say they would last 45 minutes, maybe an hour, maybe. Um, and that was that. Like that was honestly like the best bet as far as like if you wanted help or like wanting that help specifically from your professor and you couldn't get it, like that's probably your best bet because it's a big ass
So
school.
you had to request a tutor?
Yes, y'all didn't
Okay,
have to do
because
that
like at
shit.
St. Philip's, no, at St. Philip's, well, St. Philip's was a little bit different. At I started off at Lone Star Montgomery in the Woodlands, and there you had to. It was like a little center, and you went in it, and they had like students there and like some professors, but it was mainly students. And if they were free, they could take you like right then and there. You didn't necessarily need an appointment. And so yeah, they would like sit there and work with you. Or like if their appointment didn't show up, then you're next in line. Then they would just well, not necessarily in line, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Like you could just go and they'll take you.
bro, it wasn't like that at UNT. That shit was not.
Yeah,
At least my experience with it. Maybe somebody else, different curriculum, different studies. Maybe it was like that for them. But me personally, that shit was not like. Okay, you know what? I got another question. So we talking about college, right? So life after high school. So do you think that high school prepared us for college?
I'm gonna say no.
Why?
um, just because like academically, I don't think I was prepared for college. Um, I don't know how it was for you at Sam, but at Jefferson, it was a lot of like constantly like redirecting students
Mm,
and not really like any teaching going on. And if there was, it would be like a worksheet or like sometimes we didn't even have work. It would just be a lecture and then we would get tests. So I guess like in a sense it's kind of like college, but like the work was really easy. Like you didn't really learn anything. And so when I got to college, I feel like I wasn't really where I should have been,
mm.
but it kind of helped me because I was already used to teaching myself. And in college, you do have to kind of teach yourself and study by yourself in order to get the material.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. One thing, and probably the biggest thing, and you know that'll probably be my advice to any incoming freshman. Because I ain't gonna lie, it's been a couple of my partners that came in this semester, incoming freshmen, that I didn't have to kind of tell them like one thing high school taught me. No, one thing college taught me was, bro, you have to study. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts around it. Like, if you, fam, like high school, I could not study. I could bullshit around, like, and I'll fuck
And
around.
still
Probably
get a
still
good
pass.
grade.
Yeah, I could probably still pass the class. Or even if I bullshitted it and I know I ain't really studied for real, like, I knew it was probably ample amount of opportunities to make the shit up. College, fam, no, sir. That shit is a wrap. Like, that shit, no. Like, if you miss deadlines 9 out of 10, especially with these professors nowadays, they not fucking with it, period. You just missed the deadline. It ain't shit that I could tell you. I gave you the due date. You didn't meet that, fam. That's on you. Like, that's how I feel like college is more like. I feel like college held me more accountable than high school did. Like when I was in high school, and that's not to shit on some anybody at Sam, like, because we did have a lot of good teachers there. There was a lot of positive things going on there, but there was also a lot of students. Obviously, we know the reputation that Sam had. You know what I mean, and everything that encompasses, and everything like where we were at specifically, like on the east side, like just a whole bunch of shit that was going on. Like it wasn't just about school. Like it couldn't be. You know what I mean? Especially with the area that we was in. So it was like we could bullshit certain classes, and certain teachers were probably more understanding because they knew our circumstances, what we had going on behind closed doors, like whatever. And like they'll fuck with us. You know what I'm saying? They'll help us. They're like, okay, you missed this deadline, whatever, cool. Like, I can give you opportunity to make it up. College film, and don't get me wrong, there are some professors in college who do help you. They do look out for
Mhm.
you. They do give you. Because I didn't had a professor this semester who didn't looked out for me. She like, all right, you whatever with the group. Okay, cool. I understand. So it does happen, but it don't happen often. That shit don't happen often. You know what I'm saying? So it's like college. I feel like college really holds you more accountable than high school,
Yeah.
like for sure.
And like also when they give you that syllabus, like actually read it because if you have a question and you email your professor, sometimes like instead of answering it, they'll be like refer to the syllabus or as per my syllabus. So like actually read it because sometimes your question might actually be answered in the syllabus because I've done that I don't know how many times. I didn't actually read it my freshman year. I was just kind of I don't know what I was doing. My freshman year was like a module. I don't know.
Okay, I wanna double back to the friendship portion, right?
Mhm.
So how do you feel about how do I want to ask that? Okay, so friends that y'all were really, really, really close once upon a time, right? Like, cause like I said, I mean, once we go off to college, shit changes, you know, and it's a lot of this is out of your control. You know what I mean? And I feel like that kind of navigates and narrates like how some friendships go. So like as far as like we were really, really close, not me and you specifically, but just anybody who was really, really close with you in high school, middle school, whatever the case may be, and now y'all may not be as close, or even if it isn't you specifically, like somebody who's going through that. Do you feel like how do you adjust to that? Because like at one point in time you went from talking to this person like if not every day, like all day, like you know what I'm saying, like every other day, like you seen this person, whatever, and then now all of a sudden that ain't really the case no more. And it's not to say that y'all aren't friends and y'all still don't love each other, whatever the case may be, but shit just changes. So like, how did you adjust to that?
Well, I would just I'm gonna just speak for myself and say like it was times where maybe somebody might have been used to talking to me every day
Mm,
and then all of a sudden like maybe I wasn't as available for various reasons. I mean like when you're not in high school anymore, people are working, people are in college, people
yeah.
are doing all kind of things or maybe they're doing both working and in college. So their schedule is completely different. And so you just have to not take things personal because I know it's really easy to assume like maybe damn like they don't want to talk to me or like maybe they don't like me no more, they don't want to be my friend, but really it's just like they have stuff going on and they're handling it probably the best way they can,
Yeah.
and it's not that they're trying to push you away, it's just that they're adulting and that's part of adulting.
Mm. Look here, that's probably one of the hardest lessons I didn't have to learn personally. Like coming out of high school, adjusting to certain friendships, not all of them, but adjusting to certain friendships, and them not being there as present as they used to be. Multiple people. I'm not gonna lie, like people, yeah, from all levels, middle school, elementary, high school. Yeah, I feel like I've had a friend or multiple friends in each category after high school that it was really hard to adjust to like okay like really understanding yo this person just got a life now, you know what I'm saying, like, and I got my own life now, I got my own shit going on, so it's like it's gonna be times where they're not gonna be able to get back to me, you know what I mean, and vice versa, and that was a lesson I probably really truly didn't learn that until probably this year, if I'm being honest. Like it took me 2 to 3 years to really understand like yo don't take that shit personal, you know, don't get me no, don't get me wrong, it is some situations where people just don't fuck with you no more. That shit is personal. I'm not gonna sit up here and beat around the bush and just Don't get me wrong, that is the case. Sometimes that do be the case, but I had to learn like a lot of the times, like yo, like, and plus like, especially when you talk to these people and they tell you like what's really been going on with them and why they ain't been as responsive and active as they used to be, like you really understand it. It's like damn, like this is what the fuck you was going through behind closed doors, and like so like that was one thing I really had to adjust to, cause I was feeling some kind of way, about certain people. I was kind of like, damn, you know what I'm saying? What's up? I
Hmm.
thought we was, but adulting, people got their own lives now, so that's how you change
Yeah.
lives. Yeah.
And it might not even be that. Sometimes I think, for me personally, sometimes it's hard when I'm like used to kind of handling things on my own. And I kind of got like in the habit of doing things by myself that you forget you don't have to deal with your emotions and stuff by yourself. You can go to people and tell them what's bothering you. I don't know. It's just like difficult sometimes when you're not used to that or you haven't
Yeah,
done it in a long time.
yeah, I feel like that's something. How do I say that? I feel like that's something that like a lot of us deal with, and it don't even have to do with like life after high school or like friendship specifically. I feel
Hmm.
like that's in general. Like no matter what, like that's something that a lot of people, and myself included, I'm one of those people. Like that's something a lot of people struggle with on a day to day basis. Like going through certain shit and experiencing certain emotions that cause certain traumatic experiences. Like it's a lot for a lot of people. It's a lot easier dealing with those emotions on your own. But like at the same time, it's like because a lot of times that's how I'll be feeling. I'll be feeling like the shit that I go through is like it's just easier for me to deal with that shit on my own. But then like I also got to tell myself like I can't be a hypocrite either. Because like when if somebody else gonna tell me that, I'm gonna be the first person to tell them like, yo, like that's what we here for. You know what I'm saying? You got friends, you got family, loved ones who are here for you to
Hmm.
lean on in moments like that, in times like that. So why the fuck would you? You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm not always that way. You know what I'm saying? So like I try to like it's a balance thing. Like it's certain shit that I'd rather just deal with on my own. And I feel like to an extent, there are certain issues you probably do have to deal with on your own. Because there's only so much that somebody can say or do. Like it really won't have much impact on the outcome. But there's other issues that's like, all right, I'm feeling some type of way about it, but you could probably talk to one of your friends about it. You could probably talk to a family member, a loved one, a close one, whoever that gets you through those type of moments. So yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
that's something we deal with just on a daily basis.
Or also, I think a lot of times I make that decision for other people by saying like, "Oh, they probably got enough to worry about," like
Yeah.
instead of just going to them regardless, because maybe they don't. Maybe they do have time to talk to you about it.
Yeah, maybe they do. Maybe they
Hmm.
do.
Yep.
Um, I feel like So do you feel like because of how do I say that? Okay, so obviously with all of us splitting up after high school and stuff like that, like the friendships look and feel different, right? So do you think that it's harder to maintain friendships now than it was per se like back in high school because of
Yes.
everything else that we got going on?
I wouldn't just say. I mean, I do think what we have going on plays a big role, but I wouldn't say it's just because of that. But like in high school, there were ample amount of times to like see each other. I mean, like you go to school together, or like you live in the same neighborhood, even if you maybe don't go to school together, or you live, close, so you can maybe see each other like at the grocery store or in passing,
Mhm.
or while you're in school if you play sports, you might see each other at a sporting event or
Yeah.
something. So it's like you had time, I guess, more time, but now you kind of have to make time for your friendships and like see each other outside of college or work. And that can be kind of challenging because everybody has different schedules.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I definitely feel like friendships are harder to maintain now. For me specifically, I think it's because like there's so much that I've learned about myself, like personally. You know, I'm a psychology major. You know, so like that. Of course, that's a blessing, but at times that can be a curse as well because you understand a little bit more than most people do
More
as
cur-
it pertains to like human behavior, like stuff like that. So, I feel like for me personally, like a lot of the times, like when I don't have my shit together, bro, like when I just like I'm in a bad place, like I just feel like it's harder for me to like reach out and maintain. Not I won't say maintain those friendships because I do inevitably I do, but like just how that feels, like how it looks, like you said, like when we was back in high school, like I could see them every day, like or we could go out and about, like we could. I ain't gonna lie,
yeah.
that HEB on Dub Dub. Fam, I already knew. Every time I walked in there, I knew I was gonna see somebody I knew. I didn't know who the fuck it was gonna be, but it was gonna be somebody. I didn't know who, but it was gonna be somebody. Now it's like you really gotta make time, like, and it's not even necessarily that we don't. Okay, well, I don't want to speak for everybody. I'll speak for me. It's not even necessarily that I don't have the time. I'm just learning now to like prioritize it. You know what I'm saying? Like now, whenever I have, just because I have free time, like doesn't necessarily mean that I'm available. You know what I mean? Like I got a lot of shit that's going on. Like I got to make sure I'm straight first. You know what I mean? Before anything, and that's one of the hardest lessons I had to learn too. Because anybody who knows me personally, especially since middle school, elementary, as long as y'all been knowing me, like anybody who knows me personally, like I've always been a people person. I've always been the type of person to look out for somebody before me. And that's a good trait. Compassion is a great thing to have. Empathy is a great thing to have. But when it starts to fuck you and you become like, hmm,
I know what you mean.
when it starts to really like, bro, like when you putting other people's shit before you, like it really starts to like make you like mentally and emotionally drained. Like when you keep doing this shit so often, so it's like, bro, I done got to a point now where it's like, I'm gonna handle my shit. I'm gonna make sure I got whatever I gotta do, get that shit done first, and then everything else will come. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like for that, and that doesn't always look and feel the same. So like sometimes that may mean a couple hours, and then I get back to you. Sometimes that may mean a couple days. Sometimes that may mean a couple weeks. It's not that I don't have the time. I'm just prioritizing it better than I used to. You know what I'm saying? I'm making sure I'm straight first. So I feel like that's the main reason why, like, maintaining friendships is just, Lord Jesus,
More difficult.
definitely more difficult. Because I didn't had this mindset back in high school, and I don't feel like I really needed to. Like we got away with a lot more shit in high school. Like there was a lot of shit that we didn't have to worry about back then. Versus now, like you out in the real world, like you gotta, and that's, you know what, that's the perfect segue to the next subtopic, because fucking jobs, bro, finances. After high school, look, I went from okay, I ain't started working until my sophomore year of high school, and my first job was at Wendy's. I want to say, I ain't gonna lie, that hoe was jumping. You know, I had my nigga Charles was in that hoe. I had damn, who else was in that hoe? It was Charles. It was JD. It was Matt. It was a lot of people. That hoe was jumping. I ain't gonna lie, but like finances then, like the money that I had back then and I was getting back then, it wasn't as like you could bullshit it like back then, but now I ain't gonna lie, you bullshit some of the shit that you need to pay for now,
Then you fucked.
you fucked. You fucked, bro.
Yeah.
Like high school. Okay, so when you was in high school, do you think that working back then like is the same as working now? Because like when I was in high school, like obviously, and I guess it's a general consensus for most people, but like you living with your people, whether it's your parents, like whoever your legal guardian is, right? Like those are the people that supposed to. I won't say because they don't always do, but those are people that's supposed to take care of you, look out for you, protect you,
Hmm.
you save, whatever, right? You ain't really got to worry about money. That's really not a priority for you. But once you graduate, you know that looks a little different. Now you like you your own parent. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta look out for you. You gotta make sure you good. And it's the same thing for college. Like as far as
Especially if you want to maintain your social life, you gotta have money.
yeah, yeah, because trying to have a social life, especially in the economy and the world that we live in today, and you ain't got no bread.
Mhm.
uh, that's a little harder to maintain. You know what I mean? Not a lot of people was really into the like really just throwing the kickbacks and just chilling at the crib, like and really just vibing and like you got a lot of people who are extrovert. Are you an extrovert?
It depends
On the point.
who I'm with. Now, if I'm out by myself, then I kind of gotta force myself to be more friendly and make myself appear more friendly. But when I'm with other people, I don't necessarily have to be friendly.
So people you comfortable with.
Yeah.
Because I mean I feel like that's everybody. That's probably a general like if I'm comfortable with you,
No,
no.
no.
Explain. I'm
Mm-mm.
listening. Explain.
Okay, because like some people, it don't matter if they're by themselves or not. They gon' be very outgoing and like they can make friends like that. And then like
Okay.
for other people, when you by yourself, it's kind of harder for you to be more outgoing and like make yourself appear friendly because like you're used to maybe always having at least one person with you. So like when you don't have that, it's kind of like, okay, what do I do? Like I don't know what to say, how to start a conversation without, I don't know. I'd be having to think
Okay, so
more.
do you think you have social anxiety?
I don't know what I have. I, sometimes I can do it with ease and it just comes naturally. Then other times it's like I be forgetting how to have a conversation. Like, okay, what do I want to say to this person? Like, I know I need to talk to somebody. I'm not just gonna be sitting here out and about being quiet. I need to say something, but I don't know how to start the conversation off. And I really be having to sit there and think, and I feel like I overanalyze things a lot because it's really not that deep, but it is that deep.
It's not that deep. It's not hard to okay, let me speak for myself. Let me speak for myself. Cuz I'm the type of person it's not hard for me to like okay, like if I'm out and about, like if somebody drag me up out of the house like I really ain't got no choice type shit and I need
But you're with somebody.
okay, but I'm saying in general, okay, even if I'm not with anybody, even if I just go out by myself, I don't have no problem. Like I can go up to somebody and start a conversation. I'm talking about like a
So
random.
what do you say?
Huh?
What do you say? Hey, hi,
You just ask them
how
like,
are
yo, like
you?
you introduce yourself and you just be like, shit, you trying to make a new friend? Like, what's up? We could, whatever. Like I could start a conversation. Like that's not a problem. But it's the getting out part. Like that's something I really had to like. I ain't gonna lie, cause up until this semester, I really didn't get out for real. Like I was really like just in the crib, four walls every day. Like I really didn't fuck with too many people, and even my close friends. Even when I did have an opportunity to get out and go do something, I really didn't do shit. But now, this semester, look here, your boy didn't, look, your boy didn't got out. You know what I'm saying? And your boy didn't met new people, met new friends. Like, not in that way, not in that way. I'm not implying that. But like, not on. Nah, see, look, see, nah, cause I ain't saying all that. Okay, I ain't saying all that. But I don't know. Like it's just not like it's hard for me to be social. Like as far as like just initiating it, like getting out. But if I'm in the situation, whether somebody with me or not, I'm good. We can chop it up. We can talk. We can. What's up?
Uh, I need a little assistance,
You need some assist. So you need like a
a
wingman.
drink.
You need a Leslie. Leslie. You need to stop drinking. Okay, you need to look. I don't know what's going on in your life right now, but you need to stop.
Listen, what works for me might not work for you. But
Well,
listen, it be working.
I don't know that that's the answer long term. You know, I don't know that that's the long term solution.
I'm not saying get drunk and then just go out and talk to everybody. I'm just saying if you just sometimes you need to talk to somebody. And if you don't know how to start a conversation, then it just one or two, however long it takes you to do what it do, then that's
So
what you got
what
to do.
two options? How can that go?
What do you mean?
You said sometimes you need to have that conversation. Sometimes you need to just, you know what I'm saying. So that's what I'm asking. So what is that gonna look like? So if you go out, you get drunk as fuck,
Um,
and you go talk to somebody, how you gonna approach them?
um,
Because hold on, because we always had this conversation about how guys need to initiate and they need to go towards girls and stuff. And I'm not even talking about just like relationships or trying to
wait,
get at.
wait a minute, wait a minute. It don't be me talking to guys. I'm not. It's not like that. Not. I'm not flirting with nobody. I
That's
just small talk,
I
like
know
getting to
that's
know
what I'm
somebody.
saying. I'm saying in general,
Oh,
whether
okay.
it's whether you're trying to get at somebody or whether it really is just platonic, y'all just trying to be friends, cool, whatever. I'm saying the reason
Mm-hmm.
why I'm asking you how would you go about that is because there's this bro, there's this assumption that the guys are always supposed to initiate to the women. So that's why I'm asking you. If you was in that
Oh,
situation,
how do
how
I
would you handle that?
initiate?
Yes. Wait, have you initiated
Girl,
before?
no. But if I look, if I was going to, I'm pretty sure maybe he's drinking too. So maybe it would look something like, "What you drinking?"
So you just walk up to a random stranger and ask him what he's drinking,
Yeah,
and it's just gonna start from there.
it better. What I'm supposed to say?
What
The
do you mean?
weather's
What are you
nice.
supposed to say? You supposed to chop it up
The
with him?
weather's just nice today. Like just a beautiful day.
Okay, so would that approach look the same whether you trying to get at him or not?
Yes, I might say it differently instead of "What you drinking?" Maybe "What you drinking?"
So you gonna bat the eyes, you gonna bro. Anyways, okay, you know what? I feel like that's the perfect segue. You know what? Since we on there, we gonna stay there.
Okay,
So the last subtopic, right? Life after high school. I mean, we already kind of touched on it, so we might as well just go ahead. You know what I'm saying? So relationships, right? Relationships, right?
hmm
What has relationships been like for you outside of high school?
outside of high school. Um, I'll be honest. I really haven't been in any relationships after high school. Like throughout high school, I had a boyfriend. Like from my freshman year all the way to my freshman year in college. And even after like we broke up,
Whoa,
we wait. No, listen, I'm going somewhere. I'm going somewhere. I'm going somewhere. Follow me. Follow me. After we broke up, we would still mess around sometimes, but then like anything after that, it has not worked out. Like it just be like talking stages that may last a week. It might last a day. It might last a month.
but nothing serious.
Nope.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know if it's like I don't want to blame it on them, but I'm gonna blame it on them because it's not me.
So no self accountability. That's what I hear. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
It's um. hmm.
So it was all their fault. Never once was it yours.
I think like it's my fault for being naive and like very trusting. But other than that, yes, it's their fault. It's not mine.
We're gonna leave that alone. Okay, look. For me personally, right? Relationships for me after high school have been it's been a roller coaster.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I wouldn't say that I have much dating experience, despite what people think. I don't know why people think I'm just out and about. I'm just look. I stay to myself. I'll be cool. It's been a couple times here and there over the past 4 years where I've found myself in a situation. You know,
So nothing serious.
no, there was definitely something serious. There's been something
Multiple.
serious, huh? What? Now, no, there's nothing serious now. But for the better part of my years after high school, it was something serious. I was really dealing with somebody for the most part of what is it? This is my fourth year out of high school now. Yeah, so for the better part of 4 years, it's really just been one person, and that's really why I ain't really explored or you know. And it's not even just that. Like I ain't gonna lie. Like I really a part of me for the better part of I thought I wanted to, but I really ain't. Probably for the last year, like I really just ain't been wanting to like go out and explore,
Be
find
real.
new people. Like I don't know, it's just so much shit that I gotta work on within me. Look here, that's my priority right now, cause mm,
So I know you're supposed to be the one asking questions, but I got questions.
okay, fuck with me.
Okay. So like when you say you want to work on the better parts of yourself first and focus on you first, would you say that you're like in your selfish era? Where like you're not really, I don't want to call it your selfish era, but like you focused on you, so you're not really ready to give yourself to someone else just yet.
Yeah, I feel like I don't think it's self. Okay, so a lot of people feel like self love is selfish, which couldn't be farther from the truth. Like
Yeah.
I feel like that's just where I'm at right now. Like my self love stage, like that's where I'm at right now because I feel like for the longest there's just a lot of issues that I had internally, not externally, internally. Issues that were rooted from certain traumatic experiences, certain experiences like with my mom, my dad, like my family in general, I guess. That I felt like I needed to work on, and like those these certain issues were issues that were causing problems, right? Like whenever I was in a relationship, so like once I started to like really realize that, and it's like yo, like no, this is becoming a constant theme, like for example, communication. Like we talked about, I don't know if you watched the last pod, but communication was a big thing that we talked about within relationships. Like that was something that I really like. That something that I really really struggle with. and I didn't realize it. It took my last relationship for me to realize that. So like now that I've realized those certain aspects, certain areas that I need to work on, I feel like okay, if I'm gonna get back with somebody or find somebody new and really go there, like I feel like those are the areas that I need to cover and make sure that I'm good first. Plus, like I said, at the end of the day, like if I can't make sure I'm straight first, if I can't prioritize me, then we don't need to be together. Like I gotta make sure, like I get that a relationship comes with sacrifice. I get that 100%. Right? So
Hmm.
there's gonna be times where I'm gonna have to show up for you more than I show up for me at certain times. I get that. But if that's a constant theme of our relationship,
It's not gonna work.
we probably shouldn't be together. You know what I'm saying? We probably holding on to each other for the wrong reasons, or we probably like, nah, that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? Because now I'm sacrificing myself, my own happiness, for you essentially. You know, and if that doesn't work out, I'm not gonna be able to function. I don't know how to, you know what I'm saying, move. I don't know how to be. I don't know how to act properly
Hmm.
without you because that self love wasn't there. You know what I mean? Like I depended on you for all of that. Like that's codependency. We talked about that. No, we're gonna talk about that. We're definitely gonna talk about that. Not now, but we're definitely gonna talk about that. But codependency, like I feel like I've been codependent for so long, like excessively dependent on somebody else to fulfill my own needs, whether it be physically, emotionally, whatever. Um, and that's a stage I'm desperately trying to get out of. I no longer want to be a part of that club. Like, no, negative.
It's funny you say that though, because like I think that that's true for a lot of people. Like especially if something happened in your childhood, or maybe even like in your early stages of like your adulthood, you're looking for certain things that you maybe lacked from your parent
Yeah,
in your partner. Like I know for me personally, like I didn't really like grow up with like an affectionate like household.
same.
So it's really hard for me to like show affection.
Mm,
And so I know like some of the people that I've encountered, that was like a deal breaker for them, I guess.
I mean, yeah,
So,
affection in a relationship. I would think that's a pretty big thing. You know.
well, I think you just gotta find somebody that could work with you and be like patient.
Okay,
It's
so
not gonna happen overnight.
if it's not gonna happen overnight, and you know that, would you still get in a relationship, or would you wait?
I'm waiting now for that reason, but like, um,
But I'm saying, no,
I
I'm
think
saying like, okay, if somebody wanted to work, like if somebody knew that, right, and they knew like that's a really big thing, that's a deal breaker for them, but they
uh
still interested in you, like they still want to fuck with you, like, would you still get with them? Like, would y'all still get in a relationship, or would you be like, nah, this is something I still need to? If you're willing to wait and work on this with me, okay, cool,
then
but
yeah, but they probably won't be. But I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that. I'm gonna just say yes if they was willing to like work with me on that. Then yes.
you ain't
But
fuck.
you can't flip flop. You can't tell me today it's okay. We're gonna work at it. Then tomorrow be like it's a problem
But I mean,
because people do that. So I'm gonna need you to really, if you're really okay with it, then you're gonna have to be okay with it.
so you're asking to wait.
No,
So you wouldn't ask him to wait, but if he's willing to wait, you wouldn't.
I wouldn't mind.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ask him to wait because I mean, what what I can't do, somebody else can do. But if you want to wait,
That's
that's on him.
okay. Could you do a long distance relationship?
No,
Why?
I mm, well, I want to say no But right now, it would be a no. I'm not ready for that right now.
For a
I
relationship?
I've
Or,
been there. I've been there and done it, and I feel like it just added to the issues I already have. So when I get over it,
wait, so
then we could
okay, but do you think it was because of the distance or just the relationship period?
the distance and the relationship, but emphasis on the distance.
I didn't have that shit a couple
Cause
times.
I mean, like if y'all already having problems, the distance just adds to that. It makes it like that much worse.
You ain't look. You preaching right now, cause look, woo, I know that shit all too well.
Yeah.
So you okay? So if you, I want to make sure I'm hearing you right. I'm hearing you straight.
Mm,
So you're not gonna ask somebody to wait for you,
no,
but if they're willing to
absolutely not.
wait without you
Mm,
asking, you wouldn't
yeah,
mind it. You'll work on it with them.
yeah. I'll be willing to change,
But
but
there's
like
no
I said,
timetable on that.
but he's saying like he should give me like a stipulation.
No, I'm
Like if
saying
you
like
can't do it by this time, then
I don't mean it verbatim like that, but I'm just saying like there's no okay when you talk about healing, when you talk about just changes in general. Like you said, this shit don't happen overnight. This shit don't. It's a process. This shit take time, and there's no timetable to something like that. You being ready, there's no timetable to it. You can't just put a week on it, a month on it.
no. But I think there's like ways you could help somebody.
How?
So
Wait.
like
Okay, wait.
just
You say when you help somebody, you mean you or the other person?
the other person.
Okay. How?
So like don't just like jump into things. Kind of like maybe do stuff, small things. Like start off, I don't know, with a hug or
Some
I
cuddling?
don't know,
Yeah.
hold hands. Something slow.
Okay, so are y'all cuddling in this stage?
Um,
That means
is
yes.
it like
Okay.
is it the beginning?
Okay. Let's say it's a month in.
Oh yeah. I mean, it would probably happen before then. Maybe not like the first day I meet you.
Okay. What about if you're a weekend?
Yeah, maybe.
But it ain't going farther than that.
What's further than
Okay, we're
that?
gonna leave that. We're gonna leave that there. No, we're gonna leave. We're gonna talk off here. We're gonna leave that. There. We're gonna leave that there. All right, man. You know, I had a really good time. You know, catching up with childhood friend. You know, I'm supposed to be seeing you soon, hopefully.
Yeah.
Um, Barring any setbacks, we should, you know, be seeing each other pretty soon. Obviously, you know. So, wait, I got a question. You want to shoot your shot at anybody?
Do I want to?
You want to shoot your shot at anybody? Because you know you know what we finna start having a shoot your shot segment. That's exactly what the fuck finna happen. At the end of every episode, we finna have a shoot your shot. It don't even have to be romantic. It could be a friend thing. You know what I'm saying? You just see somebody that you damn they look cool, they look chill, they got a good personality. Like you know, I want to know who you is type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm asking you. You got somebody in mind? You know you want to.
Um, I don't want to shoot my shot
You don't want
at
to shoot your shot.
anybody,
Mm.
but I mean,
Bro, we gonna do that. We gonna do that.
if they want to shoot their shot at me,
We gonna
they can.
here you go. Here we go with this shit, bro. We gonna talk about you know we need because I didn't talk to a couple people about we need an episode on gender roles and stigmas. because a lot of the shit that you said this fucking episode just
No, I feel like I need time to explain some of them answers. So if anybody have questions and want me to elaborate
they can hit you at see
on
your shit right there. You know what I'm saying? They can hit you at on the
on what I said, then yes. But
what you mean? Talk your shit. Yeah.
I just personally don't shoot my shot because I don't know how. It's not that I wouldn't. It's just probably gonna be corny. So I would rather them do it because if it's corny, at least it didn't come from my mouth.
Bro, I'm done. You know, we're gonna end it off we're gonna end it off there. Y'all tune in, man. Y'all like and subscribe, man. Y'all tune in for the next episode, episode 6, man. We coming out pretty soon. Man, thank you, Liz. I appreciate you. First and foremost, I did this on my last episode, and I want to do it again. I want to do it now, like, cause we see a lot of instances, a lot of situations where people get locked up, or people they get killed, and they 6 feet under, and then that's when everybody want to give them their flowers and they love and this and the third. And I'm not gonna be one of them people. Like you, I appreciate you, your friendship. I know it's been times where I didn't need to vent, I didn't need to talk, and you didn't came through for me. You know what I'm saying? You didn't look here. So I appreciate you. I want to give you your flowers now, just in case nobody else do. You are loved. I appreciate you so much.
You're gonna make me cry.
And we gonna see each other in a couple weeks. We gonna yeah yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. So y'all tune in, man. Y'all check the next episode, and we out. We out. We out. We out. We out. Oh.